Hello guys, how are you wherever you are? I was just taking a walk and I just thought to take a break and record this video. Today I want to talk about or give information or advice for the guys who are looking to relocate back to Africa or back home from foreign lands, wherever they are staying or wherever they are living. Things that you should do at least before and in the process of moving back home. I have once lived abroad, and I have successfully moved to relocate back to my homeland, which is Zimbabwe in my case. So the first thing that you need to consider or to have is a plan. What is your plan when you get home, and things that you need to do, or how you're gonna make a living and things like that. But before we get to that, I would encourage people at least to be visiting, going back to your home countries, stay there for a month, for 2 months, just to see the environment. Don't just go there as you're just going on holiday. You go there to see how the ground is like and to have a feel, a real feel how it is like to be staying there after, probably you have left, that place, many years ago. So that's the very, very, very first, most important thing that one has to do is to go back to your home country, frequently. I would say maybe for 2 to 3 years before the actual relocating time comes. Go frequently just to have a feel and have a plan that will give you a plan on things that you need to be doing when that time does actually come. So it's something that you need to consider. The other thing that you have to consider when you actually have successfully relocated over there, you need to have an income. You need to have at least saved money that will last you for between 6 and 12 months as a buffer, so that you don't struggle financially when you move back home. If you go there without enough money, should things doesn't go the way you want them to have gone, or you have anticipated them to go, if things go south, at least you still have a cushion, a sort of a cushion where you have to fall back on. Before you get there, or the time you finally relocated, you need to have at least a reliable transport. Have a car. You know how it is like in Africa. If you don't have a vehicle, something that will take you 30 minutes to do, it might take you a half of a day if you don't have a car, because you don't have a reliable public transport. So to have a reliable vehicle is very essential in order for you to do things that you need to do, or to do the errands and things like that. The other thing that you need to consider as well, how you're gonna earn your living, how you're gonna earn the money. So I would suggest, before, with the 3 years that I've spoken about before you actually moved back, you need to come up with a plan, as I said, And that 3-year period, it will enables you to have a plan on how you're gonna maintain your standards of living, or how you're gonna survive, how you're gonna get money and things like that. And that 3-year period before you actually finally moved back, you have to be looking for opportunities, because there are a lot of opportunities in Africa, things that you can do, things that you can provide to cover, the missing gaps and things like that. So it's very, very important that you have a solid plan before you move back. So I would say you give yourself 3 years. Within that 3 years, you have to be frequently visiting your country or the place that you want to relocate to, and stay longer, so that you have a feel. You are within the community. You are not in a holiday mode, but you're actually in a mode of that I'm living within these communities. So and within that 3 years before you move back, you have to as well to network. You have to build a network of people, network of things that will help you, smoothen up your relocating period. The other thing, I think this one is very, very important, is when you move back there, make sure, I cannot emphasize enough on this one, to have a solid, good medical aid. A solid, good medical aid. A medical aid without shortfalls. A medical aid that will cover everything 100%. Should you get sick, should your family get ill, or should anything happen, make sure that you have that one as a matter of priority, because as we know, our medical care or medical systems in Africa, they are not up to par. So you need to have a very good, solid medical aid. The other thing that you also have to consider is the mindset. Mind you, you've been living, in the Western countries or wherever you are living, and obviously over the years your mindset would have changed. You have a mindset of the Western people, or the countries that you are living in, and so when you're coming back, make sure you don't bring that mindset. Make sure you adjust to the mindset of the place you are going to relocate. Why I say this, or is that the things that the way you were doing things in a foreign land or wherever you have been living, it's different from this place you are relocating to. Although maybe you have you were born there, you grew up there, but you have moved out, and your way of thinking, your way of doing things would have changed. So you have to readjust your mindset. Don't go with a mindset of well, I'm coming from abroad, I've got I've got full of I know and things like that. Things will not go down very well for you. So you got to change your mindset. You got to well, they say, if you go to Rome, you do what the Romans does, isn't it? So basically it's the same thing. If you're going back home, you have to change your mindset. You have to do things how they do things. Otherwise you will be very, very frustrated. I'll give you for example, you'll be very, very frustrated. For instance, if you want to meet up someone, you have an appointment, you say, we'll meet up at 8 in the morning. African time, 8 in the morning, it's 10 o'clock, you know what I mean? And sometimes the way you speak to people again, it has to change. Don't show that you know everything. Otherwise, if you show that I know everything, or I've got full of I know, they'll make your life difficulties, especially if you're dealing with government departments and other departments. You have to humble yourself. You have to bring yourself down to earth. Otherwise, if you go there with that mindset that I come from Germany, or I come from Italy, I'm gonna act and do things how the Italians or the Germans do, while you're, for example, in Zimbabwe, I'm afraid you're gonna get very, very frustrated, and you won't enjoy your time there. You won't enjoy the dealing with officials over there. So please, guys, make sure when you're relocating, you've got to change your mindset, to align your mindset to be on the same spectrum with the locals there, or otherwise you get a lot more frustrated or frustration if you don't do that. Also, some of the things that you have to consider as well is if you were born there, you grew up there, and then you went to school there, and then you are relocating back, don't expect to find like the people that you knew before, or the people that you have known before as kids. They would have moved on with their lives, as same as yourself. You'd have moved on with your life, and don't expect that that level of a friendship that you had as a children, or when you're going to school, is the same level of cordial relationship that you will have, because over the years people would have grown older and have different way of thinking. So sometimes it may be a little bit frustrating that you've gone back, and then you've seen the people that you grew up with, and then you've gone to school with, and then probably sometimes they're giving you a cold shoulder. It's got nothing to do with maybe that you've been living abroad. It's only that people, they would have moved on, and they have new friends and things like that. So sometimes it's very, very difficult for people to readjust again to the society, because you are coming from a completely different society. You want to reintroduce yourself to the society that you have lived in before. That could be very, very difficult. It could be actually challenging. Sometimes you could be you could feel like an outcast, or you can actually feel a bit lonely, because as I said again, because the mindset game that I've spoken about, because you'd find out you have nothing much in common with these people anymore, because of the environment that you are currently living in. So it can be very, very difficult. It can be very frustrating, but you just have to know all these things before you actually move back home. Otherwise, it is good to move back home. You have a lot of benefits. You've got a peaceful mindset. You don't have pressure from like Western kind of society, the way they live, the way they do things. You don't have pressure to be competing of getting iPhone 17 Pro Max or something like that, because you want to keep up with the appearance, so that's my thoughts, and most of the things that I've spoken about here is what I did before I actually relocating back home to Zimbabwe, and I'm loving it. And you know, you've got fresh air. I live in a growth point. You know, it's a very small place with you know, very clean air, no noise pollution, no any other kind of pollutions. So it is good. I'm actually enjoying it at the moment. Thank you very much for those who will be watching this. If you find this video helpful, please leave a comment, and if you want to ask anything, please feel free to leave a comment. Also, do share with others so that this video can reach a lot of audience, and consider as well subscribing to the channel so that you won't miss some of the things that I'll be talking about in the future. Thank you very much wherever you are. Have a good day. Bye-bye.